fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Pointing my
Leave. You
face.
can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view to me.
Bro?
Amaranth and her husband Nick Lee have just been over on Twitch and Kick live streaming a 22-hour plus argument. It was insane. And there were threads going around social media, around Twitter, around Reddit, where they were like, they're still arguing, come and see what's going on. 10 hours later, they're still arguing. 13 hours later, they're still arguing. 20 hours later, surprise, surprise, they're still arguing. It was absolute carnage, and they argued for the world to see, to the point where it got a little bit embarrassing. So obviously, it was, highly publicized between herself and Nick Lee, who is her husband, during a live stream on Kick. The dispute, which lasted over 20 hours, actually escalated to the point where Amaranth called the police on her husband, citing feeling threatened after Nick reportedly charged at her, and the argument covered personal and financial issues. So they basically aired out their dirty laundry for the world to see and basically monetized it. I mean, if the financial issues were part of it, then, that's, I guess, one way to fix it. But some of the things, like I state, include financial disputes. So Nick claimed that their monthly income had dropped from around $2 million to $1.2 to $1.5 million a month, expressing frustration over earnings from the platform like Kick and OnlyFans. And he suggested that their financial success had quote-unquote fallen off compared to previous years. I'm not being funny, but if you're earning $1.2 to $1.5 million instead of a reported $2 million, right? I wouldn't call that falling off. I, as sometimes, am rubbing pennies together to get through the month. You are privileged. I'm not going to lie to you. There's also personal accusations that were made within this. So Nick accused Amaranth of infidelity, referencing an incident involving a man called Aaron and alleging dishonesty within their relationship. Amaranth denied these claims, asserting that she was pressed into uncomfortable situations, including Tinder dates. There's also some emotional intensity. So arguments were emotionally charged, with Amaranth breaking down in tears at one point, telling Nick to quote-unquote kill her, highlighting the severity of the confrontation. And she also accused Nick of emotional manipulation. And then, like I say, the police were then involved towards the end, after Nick allegedly charged her, and then, she phoned the police. But there, obviously, Clippers have gone and had a fucking field day with this, because there is just plenty of content to clip around the internet, and some of the craziest moments are absolutely wild. Like, this is literally privileged people having arguments about dropping in $500k a month, but clearly, under the surface, there's clearly a lot of other issues that are going on here that, they're not related, they're not dealing with.
The other one,
You're
worst
not
case,
even getting
one, I'm dead. The other one, worst case, I
You're
just have my
lost.
money.
You're hopeless.
I don't understand how anyone would say getting shot in the face is not worse.
Saying.
I know, but you're saying I'm more scared of getting swatted. Duh! Between having a baby and getting swatted, I am more scared of being swatted. Everyone probably is! Jesus Christ! You live in La La Land! Say it again for everyone! He is more scared of getting glocked in the face than a girl baby trapping him.
Yes.
Yeah, because
you are scared of the police, who we employ as security guards also.
If she's actually a good partner, unlike you, and can have kids, unlike you, then I would find that mildly enjoyable. Whereas getting shot in the face, I would not like that.
Great.
It's
I'm
funny
glad.
because
Go pursue that then.
You have been all over my shit about, I kind of want to have kids now.
That's fucking low. That is low. You don't, if someone can't have kids, that's not by their own, sometimes it can be by their own choice, but, you don't weaponize that against them for the sake of an argument. That is fucking low. I mean, the worst part as well, it gets even worse than this, right, is Amaranth's husband then saying that they were making $2 million a month, not $2, $2 million on OnlyFans in 2022 to 23, and now they're apparently only making 1.2 off of OF and Kick, which is still shed loads of money. I don't know how you can be mad at that, but, I guess if you've lived a life of luxury at the cost of $2 million, then I guess the financial pressures of losing $800,000 could probably kick in. Privileged.
We have a Kit contract, and we still do OnlyFans. She does, right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 23. 2022 and 2023, and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million. Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I actually don't know how you can even be mad at that. Like, I don't know how you can be mad at that. Like, in most cases, people like this would just kind of do something crazy and outlandish, like an argument like this, to then recoup those losses. And when you start to put it into that kind of context, maybe this is a little bit more scripted than we were initially led to believe. But I'm not going to say that that is the case, because, I mean, when you look at clips just like this one, where Amaranth literally breaks down into tears, I think it's quite hard to script something like this. And if you were to kind of stoop to those levels for the sake of making up 500 grand, which when you're making 1.5 million is a month, by the way, is still absolutely absurd. Per year, I dread to even think what that is. Like, my maths isn't the greatest, so bear with me here. It's about 18 million per year. 18 million per year. That's insane. That's just from OF, by the way. That doesn't include their Kick deal most of the time. Wild.
All your friends can know your position on this.
What is your problem?
Strongly enough, they have to swat.
I can't deal with this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
Call your dad,
She's
bro.
actually defending the
Just
guy who
tip
swatted her.
Call your
She's like,
dad.
well,
A Morinth.
you mean I
Call your dad.
catalyzed?
A Morinth.
You're saying I catalyzed? I
If
catalyzed?
you hate me, just kill me, please. It would be so much easier.
Random just tipped
I
$1.
can't deal with this
Man,
anymore.
shut you are fuck up. Be calm. You're
don't
fucking
wanna
crazy.
deal with this.
Why are you
saying
moving so fast?
I catalyzed
Fucking
someone.
schizophrenic. You're dangerous for
I catalyzed
society.
someone to lie about me calling her senseless, and so I deserve to have a couple of
Reservoir just tipped $1.
You see,
I'm a
you-
fat
I'm
overfuck
not-
with a baby. I eat burgers until my butt bleeds. I'm secretly dating a community member
yelling at me,
while
I guess.
blood
I
runs
mean-
down.
Deal with it. You won't leave. You won't shut up.
I'm
what
talking-
did I do? The cops won't help me.
I'm
No
talking
one
in
can
room
help
to
me.
Destiny little Steve.
I'm talking in a room.
There is a lot to unpack here. A lot more than I think just financial troubles and personal issues. I think there's a lot gone on that needs a little bit of support. Alright, like clearly they need some kind of intervention. But obviously the stream completely rounded up when towards the end of the stream, the police were called because apparently Nick charged Amaranth. And then, you know, she felt threatened, so she phoned the police, and then that's kind of where it was forced to end. After 22 hours of bickering, arguing, screaming, crying, shouting, allegations, like, after all of that, it all ended with this.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just gonna be super defiant, is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Recording
Leave.
my
You
face.
can move. You can
Dude,
go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera
The
view
fuck,
to me.
bro? What is wrong with you? You got.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. 514, anything under control. He's saying he's been assaulted. y'all live streaming?
Yeah, we're live streaming. He's just having a tantrum argument.
Okay, so that's obviously where it all kind of came to a bit of an end. Should you be airing your dirty laundry like this over on social media? Absolutely not. It's not a good look for anyone. In those clips, obviously, it makes Nick look like the antagonist, like the problem. And, you know, it looks as if, like, Nick is in the wrong. But obviously, we don't know what's going on truly behind the scenes. Like, this could have been, you know, this is out of context clips in terms of the grand scheme of the full 22 hours. And also behind the scenes stuff. So, there's obviously a lot that we can't... It would be wrong to make accusations against people, right? But should you be doing this on live stream? Absolutely not. Is there the cynical part of me, right, is like, is there a possibility that this is like some kind of coerced situation to kind of just get a bit of relevancy back? And I don't like to think that way, especially considering the full context. Like, you wouldn't go on a live 22 hours and argue for 22 hours straight just for a little bit of relevancy like that. There's such easier ways and less, you know, serious ways to go about it. But what do you guys think? People have done worse for less. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments while you're down there. Jump to get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.